Greetings, salutations, guten tag. Welcome to the Unapologetic mic check. I'm Mike, and this evening, my special guest slash co-host is none other than a good friend of mine, dope artist.
Thank you.
It's a great person in general.
Appreciate it.
Michael Shaye. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. What up?
Cease.
What's good, man?
What's happening, man?
This shit is all that. I just gotta say. I'm
Yeah.
very, very proud of you. Very, very proud of what you're doing. This is a beautiful thing, man. This is you.
Thanks,
I know
man.
that's real cliche for you to start something and then everybody be like, "Oh no, that's you."
Yeah.
Nah, this might actually be you. Like this for real might really be you.
Yeah,
this
man,
shit is dope.
I appreciate it, man. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Honestly, I always talked about it when we used to rap. Like I used to be like, look, man, I could spread the same message.
You used to rap?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm joking, bro.
yeah. I dabbled a little bit.
I'm joking, bro.
Yeah. I used to be like, I could say a lot with a podcast too.
You could probably say more, actually.
Yeah, with a podcast.
There's no limits, especially with it being called Unapologetic.
You already know.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? I really appreciate you coming on. You know what I mean?
I'm happy to be here.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, it would suck ass if you came on this joint and was like, man, I ain't even, you in your mind, like, I don't even really want to be here, but
What? Never.
It would suck. But I mean, stranger things.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me what's new with you, man, because
Oh man, what's not new? So I left. It's crazy because we about the fourth dimension, but I was listening in on the previously recorded episode, and we were talking about business endeavors and all of that shit. And about 3-4 months ago, I quit my job. Right, so I quit my job. I went to a company. It was like Tasty Cake, but it was like owned. Like the actual business was owned by these two brothers. We not gonna disclose their names. Fuck them niggas. But
hey, we unapologetic.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, no, like I really, I thought that I was taking a grand step forward, leaving my company for 4 years. That might seem like a little bit of time to people, but for me, that's dedication.
Yeah.
So I was gonna venture in with them, and I just lost my grandfather. Shout out to Superman. I know he watching me, but they gave me the craziest time, bro. Oh, bro. They called me these crazy names and said I was dishonorable and all this type shit just because I was within the week of mourning. Now, mind you, I could understand if, I never said anything or I didn't give warning, but like literally after I found out my grandpa died, I called them. And I told them what was going on. And then 2-3 days later, they was like, yeah, well, we just want to make sure that you're going to be here to lock it in. And motherfucker, fuck everything you got going on. I just lost my grandpa. You know what I'm saying? And for those who don't know, my grandfather literally raised me.
Right.
So this is like my dad. So yeah, no, it was fuck them. It was fuck them for sure. But that opened up a grand opportunity in order for me to be closer to home.
Yeah.
A lot more closer to home and being able to do a bunch of shit outside of just a regular 9-to-5, because I definitely don't call myself an entrepreneur, but I would say that I'm an employed venturer. So I got a lot of shit going on outside of my guaranteed money that I have booming. With my consulting and meet my artistry period. And my superstar artist, Feather Moreau, she's on the way.
Shout out to Feather.
Shout out to Feather. Shout out to Robbie, by the way, too. That's my guy.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I didn't do this before. I usually open up by giving my shout outs. Shout outs to I&R Studios.
Yeah, heavy.
Shouts out to
Heavy.
Robbie. You know what I mean?
Heavy. That's the guy right there.
Yeah. Like I said,
Life changing.
right. Like I say in previous episodes, musically, anything you want to do, this is the spot to be, man.
Creatively.
Yeah.
This is
He got
creatively.
A studio, B studio. He got his sound stage.
Yeah.
I mean, he got guitar, drums.
Yeah.
And of course, you see I'm doing my thing here. You can even do your podcast.
Facto.
Pick your poison, man. He got it.
Facto.
He's like the collector. I said it before and I'll say it again. He's literally like the collector here. So, you know what I mean?
Lego Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie.
That's
you know
my
what I mean?
man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean the last time we were talking, you were telling me you are an artist consultant.
Yes.
You do artist consultant.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give those out there that don't know a little bit of a rundown.
Yeah. So basically, wherever you are, in your artistry, whether you have a buzz or even if you're signed or you just literally freestyle to yourself a little bit, I believe that I have an opportunity to help you in some type of way, whether it's promotion, marketing, even with the music and your image itself. A lot of people don't understand how much money actually comes with that decision when you want to be an artist. That shit takes a lot of money. That shit takes a big budget. I'm just here to kind of bridge the gap, and whichever way is needed. So,
well, hey man, look, cheers to that.
Yeah, for sure, man. And cheers to INR.
Yes, sir.
And cheers to the Unapologetic mic check. Straight up. This is like my sixth shot, by the way. So don't get it twisted. I've been taking shots.
So he's twisted.
Yeah, we good. We good though.
But yeah, that's good to hear, man. I'm still waiting for Lyrics of a Found Mind.
Oh man.
I'm still waiting for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's been a journey, man. Shout out to Michael Pipitone, the architect, aka 12 Monkeys. That's my guy. He's a weird, dark dude, man. But I love him a lot, man. I met him one time. And we just expounded on, his energy and my energy. We just twisted it up, put it together. We made a lot of fucking tracks. So he's taking his time with it. I'm not rushing it, but I do think it's going to drop before the end of summer. I'm shooting for August 10th.
That's your birthday, ain't it? Yeah. That's my sister's birthday. Shout out to India.
Yeah, shout out to India. Shout
out
to all the Leos.
I was gonna say,
shout out to all the birthdays coming up, man.
Yeah, man. It's a crazy. You know what? It's a crazy year, actually.
Yeah.
Because 2020 was. I always say 2020 was great for me. Like,
yo, real rap. Awesome
was,
year.
Yeah, it was a great year for me. I mean, it may have ended bittersweet for me. You know what I mean? But 2021's been good to me too. You know what I mean? Like
I love 20. I'm a bit sour on 21 right now, but I still love it. I love what's going on. I love the vibe. That 21 has, for sure.
Yeah, man. You know what? Like, since we being, since it's a straightforward and we real on here, 2020 it definitely did end sour for both of us in a sense. Yeah, we had our falling out.
Yeah,
and it's a husky ass fallout. It was like for 4.5 months.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Bitch.
Yeah, I got the text that says that too.
Loving to death, man. But yeah, I was very upset.
It was
yeah.
It was a rough ending, but
you know what? A lot of education came with that.
Yeah,
because that let me know that who the fuck am I to not let someone find themselves and grow, and not and me, and who am I to not learn from that and grow within myself. You dig what I'm saying? It was a lot of lessons there, a lot of lessons.
Yeah, and the thing about it is I wasn't really mad that, y'all, all of those who were involved. I wasn't mad if y'all felt the way y'all felt. I understand.
Shout out to Sambe, man. Shout out to V Detta.
and Feather Moreau.
Shout out to Stefan.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to Stephon, man.
Another dope spitter, man.
Yeah,
Another dope spitter.
you know, y'all get y'all time.
Yeah, like in due time with things, man. In
Y'all
due
get y'all
time with
time.
things. In due time with things. I still love the brother very much, man.
Facts.
I said that when all of it, when everything happened, I was like, look, I love y'all.
Sure.
I looked at y'all like brothers, and I felt like
I still do.
you know what I mean. And if I said if and when we do reconcile, the closure will come. And if it takes longer than most people think, fine. I'm not the one to try and rush anything.
I think it's a thing of feeling like it's okay that shit is different.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like if that was something that we really took heed into, I think things would be a lot different right now. To be honest with you,
that's why I wasn't mad when
Yeah.
everything went down, because I was like, if we do reconcile, things ain't gonna be the same no more, and that's not necessarily a bad
That's not
thing.
a bad thing, right?
It's not.
It's not a
You know
bad
what I mean?
thing.
It's
not
just
a bad thing.
it's just growth. You know what I mean? It was musically, it was great. It was just, for me, it stopped the love for rapping. Just kind of just.
But there's nothing wrong. Like, what is so? Now, mind you, I'm speaking in hindsight, but what is so wrong in figuring out that one thing might have just not been what I'm destined to do?
Yeah, and I mean, on top
That's
of
a
that,
curse.
and on top of that, you know what I mean? I had a whole lot of personal shit that I didn't even know was there, that just came
Facts of life.
out of nowhere, yo. I have something that they call adjustment disorder.
Yeah.
And whether it's a bad adjustment or a good adjustment, depression is right around the corner. I'm
Yeah.
susceptible to becoming extremely depressed, not
Yeah.
making an excuse, but it's evident because in 2016, I fell into a deep depression and shit was bad.
Right.
Yo, 2020, my 2020 was dumb lit. Like, I went from catching the bus to having a car to getting a house.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? To dropping an album.
Hey.
Shit was great, yo. And
Poppin'.
I woke up and I was like, yo, something don't feel right. And as time went on, yo, I just started getting more depressed. And every time I put I haven't listened to my album since I put it out.
Yeah, you was telling me.
I put my album on one time, yo, and I had an anxiety attack.
Oh.
I said, I can't. And I woke up and I was like,
Because it probably bring you back to that spot, that thought.
I said,
You
I
know what I
can't.
mean?
Yeah, I was like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
For sure.
So 20 years of rapping, I'm good.
You've been rapping for 20 years?
Since I was 13,
I
bro.
didn't even know that.
13, bro.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, yo. Shout out to
I'm about to say, shout out to that.
Yo, shout out to Woodland, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Nickel 9, you know what I mean? Mean Guns, S. Dot franchise.
The whole Chester.
The whole Chester, the whole
Chester.
Woodland, bro. Like, that's where I got my start from. Also, rest in peace and shout out to Andrea, because big sis, if it wasn't for you, yo, I never would have even stepped to a mic.
For sure, right on.
I heard her singing, and then I heard Renegade, and I wanted to do this.
Renegade, Eminem, Jay-Z?
Yeah.
It's weird because that's one of the first instrumentals that I ever heard that made me want to rap.
Yeah, bro. Also, shout out to my main guys, Jonathan and Brandon, yo.
Facts.
20 plus years. That's longer than
Facts.
I've been alive that we've been friends.
What's good, y'all?
And they was behind me with it. So, you know what I mean? When I brought up the idea for a podcast, oh yeah, they was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
heavy.
yeah.
Heavy.
So, all the, just because this is the unapologetic mic check don't mean that there ain't gonna be moments where you have clarity or we're being sentimental, because I'm an empath and I'm emotional as shit. So deal with it and watch the whole episode or turn it the fuck off.
Ain't nobody gonna turn this shit off. now when Mike and Mike in the building.
Mike and
we
Mike.
Good.
But yeah, yo. So today's episode is fatherhood and the journey of co-parenting, man.
Hey.
Which we both have experienced. You more than me. However, it's an experience. And Rob B, you
Rob B.
co-parent. You co-parent.
Rob B.
You know what I mean? You co-parent too.
He a newly dad.
Yeah, dad club.
Newly dad.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Lil Robbie.
Shout out to Lyric.
Shout out to Legs.
Shout out to
Shout out to all the kids,
Yeah,
man. Shout out
look.
to all the sperm and eggs, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna Mama Bear Daddy ain't gonna call you that, but shout out to shout out to Andrea, yo.
Nah, for real. This is like, this episode means a lot because, you know, I just got my son full time. My oldest son.
Hezekiah?
Yeah. That shit was a struggle, bro. That shit was a night. I don't wish that on no man, yo.
Yeah, I hear you,
At
man.
least not no man that give a fuck.
Yeah,
You know what
no,
mean?
I hear you.
But I don't wish that on nobody.
Look, we gonna touch on that in this episode too.
Facts.
And the reason I call it fatherhood and not black fatherhood is because this is a broad spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just black or white. You know
No,
what I mean?
people go through this. Shout out Decal, man.
Yeah, it's a
shout
lot
out Chuck Thomas. I
a
know a
lot
lot.
of people that go
I know
through
a
this
lot
shit,
of
man.
guys that's not black that deal with the same exact shit
like,
we dealing with, if not worse.
Whole time.
So shout out to them, man.
Whole time, like I know a couple people. Like shout out to Bobby Light, yo. Shout out to Bobby
Facts.
Light and Ashley, yo. Shout out to Dolce and Bobby Light because they're co-parenting too. So, and you know what I mean? They not black. So it's a broad spectrum, but right now it's just about the fathers because you hear about mothers a lot. You don't necessarily hear about the father side.
Right.
And it's not going to be a bashing, John. You know what I mean? It's going to be, we're going to touch on disgruntled baby moms, but we also going to touch on disgruntled baby dads.
We
too.
gotta touch on the disgruntled baby dads.
Yeah, y'all,
sure.
y'all niggas need to hear it.
Not even disgruntled, the deadbeats.
The
We gonna
deadbeats,
talk
bro.
about the deadbeats too.
Yo, cause y'all giving us a bad name, man. Real rap.
All right.
But
All day.
yeah, no, like if you listen, if you think about it, a lot of times the co-parenting, when you hear about co-parenting or you hear about another parent, the first thing you really think about is the mom.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it, rightfully so, because a lot of times you find out that the dad just dipped.
Mm-hmm.
Or the dad's doing the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the flip side?
Right.
Where you have the moms that dip, do very little, or have full custody of the kid and do kinda of a half-assed job, and then go at the dad who gives a shit for doing for missing a step on a iota
For sure.
of his parentage.
For sure. One little thing.
Yeah. You hear about that.
Right.
And then also there's dads who were on the roles reversed. The dad may have a kid whole time and maybe, you know what I mean? Like dads are just as petty as
I know dads that are extremists that get child support.
Yeah, bro. Now see, yo, first of all, that's out of pocket, yo.
Bro, it's true. I mean,
it's out of pocket, but at the same time, we don't know the situation. Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know, because I mean, there is a lot of different things, but with that case, it's like, woo.
Yeah,
like woo.
Bro, I gotta be honest with you. Like, even with me struggling and not making as much as my daughter's mother, like, I'd never put her on child support.
Right.
I mean, I would never put her on child support, and it ain't got nothing to do with being a man. It just has
I'm just not going to ask you for no bread.
I'm not going to ask you for... You went through labor.
Yeah, I'm not
giving birth to her. I'm not
bread.
about to ask you for no bread for me being a dad. Like, not to bash moms who want child support from the man.
Just don't ask me to get your nails done, though.
Yeah, nah, I better not find out you using that bread for trips and shit because...
Don't ask me to get your nails done.
It'll get real ugly. Now, mind you, I don't pay a grip in child support, thank God. But still, there is people out there who are taking trips and cashing out on child support, and the kids are looking bad. Example of a disgruntled father who has custody of the child is none other than the senior himself, Michael Anthony Regan Sr. And I wasn't really going to drop names, but
oh shit,
this is fatherhood and the journey of co-parenting. The nigga was missing.
Yeah,
the nigga was missing, and I'm a child of like 13, bro.
Right,
and that's just from him. So the nigga had me, right?
Yeah,
and I was 9. And I wanted to go stay with my mom, and I thought like I had his number.
and
I got to him, and And then I figured out as I got older, he just didn't want to do it no more.
Right.
And he used to try to spin it and put it on my mom, but I used to look like, yo, actions speak louder than words, man.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Actions speak a whole lot louder than words. And I look,
it's shot time.
yeah, I look at how my sister, every time, you know what I mean? Every time something pivotal is going to be spoken about, we're going to either take a shot or a sip of water. Because, you know.
To them nut ass dads named Michael.
Yeah. Funny thing about it is we both juniors.
Both are well, I ain't a junior. I'm close to the junior, but my dad's name is Michael Shaye. Crazy.
But yeah, no. When my mom got me and I went to school, Child Protective Services was the doctor called Child Protective Services. I was malnourished, bro. He was letting other kids. He was letting like women that he was with wear the clothes my mom would send for me. My clothes were too small. Shoes were too small. I look like and I'm not saying this to, you know what I mean, poke fun. I look like a Somalian kid, bro. Like
that was
and the funny thing about and the fucked up thing about it is I looked at this nigga like he was my hero, yo. I didn't see him doing no
how
harm
many
to my aunts.
like you lived with your dad at one point?
Dog, we lived in Atlanta.
Oh shit.
Virginia. At one point, yo, what's crazy is I lived with my dad.
Right.
And then I ended up living with my grandparents in Lumberton, North Carolina for like
because of your dad.
Like a school year, bro. I ended up going to school in Lumberton, North Carolina, and I had no idea what my pops was doing. The nigga never called me or nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Even then as a kid, as insightful as I was just happy to be with my grandparents, and my dad was my hero. I had no idea what he was doing. When I got back with my mom, they almost took me from my mom, and I found this story out maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It stuck. What really got me to stop, and I used to almost get my ass whipped for defending this man. At a 9, 10, 11-year-old, when the women in my house used to talk about my pop, I used to really snap, get my ass whooped for this dude. You know what I'm saying? As I got older, I started.
We go hard on Earth.
Shouts out to Dave.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and he just didn't care, bro. I was riding home from work one time, and I was listening to a song called "Not All Heroes Wear Capes" by Owl City, right? And Andrea loves that song. She loves Owl City.
Right.
But as I'm listening to this song, he's singing about his dad, right? And he says something like, most people don't believe in heroes, but they haven't met my dad. Bro, for no fucking reason, I'm crying while I'm driving, bro. That shit hit me because it started having me thinking like, yo, damn, at what point did you feel like you didn't want me no more?
Right. Yo, I seen this commercial, right? It's a dad commercial. Like a Big Brother dad type, like Rent-A-Dad type joint, right? And then this kid is talking, right? And this is me, you know, I'm not on government child support, but this is me like sending bread, being told when I can see my son, being told how long I can see my son, stuff like that, right? And then this little kid is talking. He's probably an actor, but then he says, you know, Dad, it's not the money that you give, or it's not what you buy, it's the time. Boom! My whole head blew off. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this all wrong, bro. I'm thinking I'm doing this with the visits and the money, but I ain't doing shit. Cause whole time I'm not there. I'm not there for the little dumb shit that he's gonna remember for 20,000 years after he done died and, you know, passed down to his generation to generation. They gonna know, you feel me, that his dad was that bull if I'm around. It's about being around. It ain't really about who you are. Like, they could give a fuck how much money I make, or I mean, they like my music, but you dig what I'm saying. Like, they can give a fuck about who I am. They're happy as shit that I'm just there.
Yo,
you feel me?
And I can say
that's
that
the difference.
Yeah, bro. It's like they appreciate the little shit.
Yo,
there's this last year, right?
Heavy.
Okay, so my daughter is like me to a T, right?
Shout out to Mama Bear.
Shout out to Mama Bear, yo. Shout out to Queen. Like, she so crazy backstory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her mother tells me, hey, So I got to talk to you. We sitting in my mom's living room. We're living with my mom, 3817 64th Avenue. Shout out to 450, by the way, Hyattsville. We're chilling in the living, we're talking in the living room, and she was like, I got to talk to you. I'm like, all right, what's up? She's like, I'm pregnant. I got silent. And here's the reason why I got silent. When I was 17 years old.
Oh, this is before Mama. This is Mama Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I was 17 years old. When I was 17, I prayed to God with everything I had. I never prayed so hard with everything I had. I said, right. God, if you can give me a daughter by the time I was 25, I won't ask for anything else.
Wow.
She told me she was pregnant. I was 24.
You was old.
Yeah. I was 24.
I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. He was not old. Please practice safe sex until you're ready.
I was 24, right? And I was so silent that when I actually looked at her, she was like, fuck.
Yeah.
First thing that came out of my mouth was, it's a girl, right?
That's a beautiful thing.
Because I felt in my soul. Right. I looked up and I was like, you really just answered me.
Right.
She was born 3 months after my 25th birthday.
I ain't gonna hold you. I projected lyric, man. I was dead. It was weird. Like, I had goddaughters. I had like best friends I grew up with. They had daughters, 2 daughters, 3 daughters. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody like that with the daughters. Like, shout out to the girl dads, man. But I envied that.
Shouts out to the girl dads.
I love my boys. I love my boys, but shout out to the girl dads because that's different.
It is
different. I was there for every one of my children's births. But when I tell you I cried like somebody died when Lyric was born, bro, I could not stop crying, bro. Could not stop crying. It's a different type of love, man. It's a different type of insightful ownership now and legacy that you're leaving behind when you have a female version of it.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I mean,
women are, and people will argue this with me all day, women are the most powerful beings.
Oh, no, fact. That's facts of life.
Yo.
Yeah.
They're goddesses.
You better ask somebody.
Right. If you don't know, you better
you better find out. You better read about it.
Find out. Women are goddesses.
I don't know how men don't know that.
Yeah, how do you they outnumber us. Right. Like, how do you not know that?
How do you not know that?
And what's crazy is you say that, right?
Yeah.
When Andrea was born. Okay, so but when her mother was pregnant, it had to have been like October. Breaking Dawn.
Right.
Twilight.
Right.
I'm a book nerd and I love Twilight movies.
Yeah.
I don't care if you agree. Doesn't matter.
Shout out to the boy Patterson. That Batman movie is gonna be crazy.
Hey yo, shout out to the boy. First of all, shout out to the boy. Shout out to the boy. Yo, shout out to the boy Taylor Lautner though.
Real right.
Let's shout him out. Like,
shout out Taylor.
Yeah, yo, Jacob Black, bro. I'm Team Jacob, but still,
you could be Team Jacob. You could be Team Jacob.
Yeah, you know
I ain't know it was a warrior. I like them both.
Oh my god, yeah,
I like them both. But
still,
nah,
like,
it is definitely Team Jacob.
So this movie came out, and the song that was in the ending credits for Breaking Dawn 2 was Christina Perri. Shout out to Philly, by the way, because that's where she's from. We doing a lot of shout outs.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Yo, we done did like 17 shout outs.
But you know what I mean? Like, might as well give credit where it's due.
Might as well.
She got a song called 1,000 Years, right?
Mm-hmm.
The minute I heard that song, I knew that that's the song that I was going to sing to my daughter on the day that she was born. I sing it to her every year. If I can, I sing it to her every birthday at 10:39.
Oh, shit.
The day she was born.
You're dedicated.
When she came out of the womb, I got about 4 bars out.
This man's dedicated.
I started crying, dog. When I lie to you not, she came out the womb, she didn't cry, and she looked around the room. When she got to me.
When she was born? Oh, I'm jealous.
She came out the womb.
My daughter eyes ain't open up for like a day or two.
No, she opened her eyes and she looked around the room, and when she got to me, she stopped.
Right.
I held her. She looked up at me, and all I could get out is the day we met. And I started fucking crying. Tears were falling on her face.
You got a dope song.
She was like this.
You ever seen You ever seen Timon and Pumbaa, the movies? Like the little short movie? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, nah, they're like, yeah.
Did you see the one with the snail? Oh, so there's this song that the snail sings, and I like remixed it, and like that was my song that I sung to lyric when she was born. It was real corny.
I sang that song,
but I love it.
Yo, and for the first couple years of her life, when I sung that to her,
that's another thing. We make fucking songs. We start singing.
Yeah,
we
bro,
start singing when daughters was born.
Yo,
man.
I sung to my daughter, and
sure.
You know what I mean. The chorus goes, let me see. The chorus goes, what does it say? I have died every day waiting for you.
Oh, shit.
Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Like, I used to sing that.
That song's better than my song.
In the first couple years, like, the day we met, frozen, I held my breath right from the start. I knew that I found a home for my heart. Beat fast. Like,
give yourself an applause right there.
That right there.
Give yourself an applause right
there.
Give yourself an applause.
I sang, like, for the first couple years of her birthdays, when I used to sing that to her, even if I wasn't crying, guess who was crying?
She would start crying?
She would start crying. She would be, I remember singing it to her on her 3rd birthday, and she held me for like, yo, co-parenting.
Oh, skin to skin, guys. That's a real thing.
That's
If you don't do skin to skin, man, you tripping. Your child will resent you if you don't do skin to skin.
Real rap, bro. And in my case, it was like skin to beard. I had a beard when she was born. Yo. She used to discern on if it was me or not by hearing the voice and then feeling the beard. If you ain't have a beard.
Listen, man. They grip your hair. They grip your face. Like, they grip your chest. Like, just dig into your chest. It'd be crazy, man. But yeah, I love it, though.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
And that's, you know what I mean? And that's why it's called fatherhood.
Facts.
The journey of co-parenting, because the first thing is fatherhood. Of course, we're going to talk about fatherhood first.
Right.
We're going to talk about the reasons why we're fathers, why our world is no longer.
I got a question. How long into Mama Bear being born were y'all together? Because I believe that there's a crazy stigma against fathers that once they not intimate or with, you know, the child's mother, that they switch up, they stop taking care of the child. That is a crazy stigma right now. We gotta smash that stigma right now.
We're gonna smash that right now because it wasn't about, if anything, Morgan and I disagree on a lot.
Yeah.
But the one thing we don't disagree about,
better know it,
is me being a father to Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, Morgan can call me all types of bitches and everything else, but the one thing she'll never call me, and this is from her mouth, is a bad father.
Is a bad father. Right.
We were together for 3 years before we separated. And it ain't had nothing to do with, you know, me being interested or me not being around with Andrea or anything like that. It was just
nothing to do with it, right?
Nothing.
Early in the game.
It was just
early in the game.
It was time for us to part ways. And I mean, that's not me saying it in a nice way or sugarcoating or nothing like that. It was literally that. It was just time for us to part.
Yeah.
But the one thing that didn't stop was my dedication and my love for my daughter.
Yeah.
And it's the co-parenting. When you have a good co-parent, man, listen. When you got a good co-parent, like 2020.
Should be awesome, man.
Yo, 2020 was, quarantine.
Should be awesome, bro.
I was supposed to have Andrea for a weekend. Morgan was like, hey, look, do you want to keep her? Because she don't got school until they open back up. Dog, I ended up having her until October. Was supposed to have her till January, but, you know, things happen. But yo, her mom during this whole time, perfect co-parent, bro. Like she would CC my fiance in emails.
I was about to say, shout out to the
Stepmoms.
to the stepmoms that are cordial with the mother of the child, and that they can talk and have a conversation without you being involved, and it's not hostile.
Shauna.
Y'all are the real heroes.
Yo, Shauna.
For real.
Baby, you are the GOAT.
See,
Real rap.
He's gonna do this, man.
You are the GOAT. Because as far as stepmoms go, yo, the only other stepmom I seen that was that dope was my mom.
I don't mean to laugh. Shout out to Shona.
Yo, but like
shout out to Shona.
Yeah, yo, she was.
Shout out to my baby. Shout out to Desiree.
Yeah, yo, she was. Shout out to Des.
Yeah, shout out to Des. Heavy.
Like heavy. Because y'all stronger than believe it or not, y'all stronger than we are.
That's another topic too. I'm about to get into.
But it's a hard thing being a father and having to co-parent, whether you got a disgruntled baby mom or you have a co-parenting mother of your children, and there's a difference between the two, the mother of your children and a baby mom.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes, and it doesn't come with your lifestyle. It comes with your behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Your lifestyle could be ratchet as shit, but your behavior could be...
You could still be a class A mom.
Right. Class act mother, but be ratchet as shit.
But the same thing with the men, though.
Yeah, you could be a dirtbag ass nigga on the streets, but you know what I mean? Be fucking...
a stand-up dude when it comes to your children.
Yeah, you could be Hugh Cleaver when it comes to your kids. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to Google that.
Leave it to Beaver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ward.
Yeah. It's Ward, not Hugh.
You're a little hard on the Beaver.
You're a little hard on the...
So was Eddie Haskell.
Phrasing.
Wally and Miss Cleaver.
Yeah. Wally, Cleaver. Yeah. Yeah. Shouts out to Eminem.
Yo, I was going to mention, because we brought up Des. What about, co-parenting when you're on the other side of the fence? Like, so let's just say, well, Robbie got kids. Who we gonna use? Just Joe. Let's just say Joe. Joe's with a girl, or we could just say my girl. So my girl has a daughter, right? That's my daughter. You dig what I'm saying? So even if I didn't have kids, that would be my daughter. So her father is like the complete opposite of me. Yeah, like he don't really show up. He ain't really around. Like he don't really want her or whatever. So it's confusing for her because she'll go down DC. Shout out PG County. I know you know about that.
Hey, shout out to PG County.
She'll go down DC with the grandmom, and the father's supposed to be around, but then she'll come home with the smack face, because then she'll be like, well, thank you for being a real dad. She's 7.
I would start crying.
She's 7. Thank you for being a real dad after she done came from
her real dad,
bro. That to me, it's like, yo, listen, if you out here, and he got other kids, if you out here still ejaculating, you out here still having fun, living your best life, or whatever you doing, even if you struggling, if you make another human being feel like that, you ain't shit.
I'm not gonna say shout out to Mike Sr. You don't get a shout out, nigga.
We're not shouting out Mike.
We're not doing that. You're not getting a shout out. Don't take these mentions as honorable mentions. They're dishonorable mentions.
Right.
But like it's just seeing it firsthand, dog. Growing up and seeing it firsthand, it played a part. And I know it feels like we bashing our dads, but believe it or not,
nah,
it's the reason why we're great fathers.
I was about to say, I don't think I would be a good dad or a great father if it wasn't someone showing me
how shitty
somebody could be.
Right.
Like, yo, dude, that shit was wild. I met my dad one time, man. One time, bro. 31 years, man. And then I had to visit him. And I had my grandfather and my grandmother took me down to Houston to visit him.
Yeah, that's
and he ain't really had much to say.
Yeah, he ain't really had no
rap, he said,
bro.
long time no see. Like, that's what he said. I was like 14, 15.
Like, bro, what you mean long time no see? Nigga?
Right.
We didn't grow up together.
Like, you could have said anything. And then I still, bro, just like you said, I still fucked with him.
Because
I was so excited to meet him because it was my dad. You feel me?
And I don't think they. And here's the thing, yo.
Crazy how we look and admire our fathers.
Yeah,
man.
because and y'all don't understand. And the thing you niggas don't understand is like, we were kids, man.
Yo, for real.
We loved y'all, right or wrong. We loved y'all. I mean, I got the missing nerves from getting my ass whipped.
Yeah.
In my ass from defending you. That's how much we loved y'all. Y'all did us dirty and we still cared for you. India is an example. Bro, she don't give nobody second chances. She gave my dad a second chance twice. Even if she wanted some bread, she gave you a second chance twice. India is not forgiving. And you screwed her twice, bro. Like, that's the reason that we are the fathers we are. And we look at the women who gave birth to us and we like, damn, yo, like, to this day, I hate to see women cry.
Oh, man.
My dad did my mom.
That's my weakness, bro.
Dog, my dad, because here's the thing, yo. How you treat the mother of your children is also how you raise your children. Like, that plays a part in how you raise your children.
That plays a part on who your child is going to be.
Right, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you beating the mom ass in front of the kid, granted, they may not understand what's going on, but when they do understand what's going on, I hate seeing women cry now because of that, man.
I see my mom get hit at a very young age. Man, I know exactly what that shit was.
Dog,
like,
I revealed to my mom.
Was.
I revealed to my mom a couple things that I seen my pop do to her, yo, and she wasn't even hip. She didn't even know.
Right. Damn.
She was shocked. She was like, I didn't even know you saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm about to
bro.
say, don't that be some shit where you get a revelation from your child?
Yeah,
like, that shit fuck your head up, man.
I mean, good job, niggas. Y'all get applause for that. Like, dickheads. But still, being a co-parent is, next to adulting, is one of the hardest jobs, man. Because the wind can blow and the father of your child, the mother of your child, baby father, mother. You know what I'm saying?
Put the father.
Yeah, I had to, bro. Yeah, like, let me get on my DC shit like my baby mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. The wind could blow and they could just decide to be assholes to you, or they can get a significant other and all of a sudden
that shit do change.
You could, you know what I mean? You could get a significant other and you could go from being extremely nice to being a complete and utter asshole because you got a significant other.
There is an imaginary next level standard when they get, when they move on.
But here's the deal. They move on, right? And what if the nigga ain't worth a damn? How you setting me at a high standard when the nigga could stand on his tippy toes on a 25-foot ladder and still never reach the standards?
Facts.
And all I got to do is reach my hand up to get there. So how is it that it's on us, fathers or mothers who do give a damn, how is it that we are supposed to be up to snuff? And how is it that we are supposed to do everything under the sun to be a good parent to this child? And because you have full custody of them, and let's be real, I mean, yeah, you got full custody of the child. Of course you're going to be doing more than the parent that's not there. But yo, I got news for you. Nigga, you supposed to, because if you don't, the child's going to get taken away and you're going to go to jail.
Right.
However, you need to understand that if the other parent's doing all they can, and you still giving them a hard time, just know if karma don't get you and the other parent don't get you, God going.
I feel like the child gonna get them.
I was just about to say that.
I feel like the child.
The child gonna put you through the ringer, yo.
After a while, the child wisens up and starts to see stuff. And I believe that played a big part with my oldest. I think she was only able to pull like wool over his face for so long, and then it was like, okay, well, look, I need you to start asking these questions for me, bro, because
I'm not.
This ain't gonna work just with me. Like this is gonna take a team effort. And sure enough, he got to asking the questions, and then it's like, all right, well, how long you gonna lie to your son?
Yeah.
How long you gonna lie to your daughter?
Yeah, he started they start realizing, man, and the crazy thing is, like, your kid loves you so much, but when they go to the other parent's house and shit is like a complete 360 and they happy and then they come back home, nah, it's a 360, bro.
Oh, all right, go ahead, explain.
In a lot of instances, it's a 360, yo. The child can go from being yelled at, you know what I'm saying, not really being congratulated, not really being shown the love that they deserve.
You about to get me in trouble.
Or the love that they need.
Yo, not cleaning up after your man dog gets the phone taken away for 2 months.
Yeah, see that type of shit.
Are you fucking high? Like, what's wrong with you?
That's a 3. And then they come up here and they have their own room. They go out and do things, and then
video games.
But here's the thing: they do chores and get rewarded for them.
ASAP Rocky. Shout out to Greenlight. I just got my second son, Jordan, a Greenlight card as well.
I'm about to get
chores.
Yo, Andrea already got a savings account. I'm about to get her another one.
Even if they don't got a phone, a tablet.
I'm about to get her a green. I'm about to get her one of them Jones too. Like, and they come back home and it's a complete 360. Like, they got freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got a bike.
The ability to make a mistake with not feeling like shit.
Yeah, making them feel like they less than.
Real rap. Like,
you know
the ability to make, like, yo, so many times, like, he'll think that all hope is lost when he do some little shit. It's like, yo, bro, pick your face up.
Yeah, they get real timid.
Yeah, you good, bro.
And they shy away
and
don't talk.
Like, bro, you good.
Yo,
like,
you start thinking
I don't
like,
care. Like, you ain't do the dishes. All right, it's cool. Just
do the dishes.
You
and
good?
then or even when they get reprimanded, it's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Like, with me, yo, my dad never really punished me, but when he did, yo, the nigga used to beat on me. Like, and it was very rare that he did. Like, I mean, I can give you a shout out for that because
Projecting.
I mean, I could give him a shout out for that because the nigga had hands like bear paws, bro. Like, so I'm glad he wasn't beating on me all the time. But nigga's hand was like this big, bro. Like, the nigga smacked me up the steps one time, beat me to the top of the steps. Yo, beat me to the top of the steps and played ping pong with my head. Like,
damn, bro.
And that was one.
Was he like a alky? Did he drink?
Nah, he was a massive womanizer, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. So we're just projecting then.
Yeah, and
really?
he was
projecting his poison.
Mike, you weird as shit, but still, like, I mean, and I'm not talking to him or me, but I'm talking to you.
We
like,
know.
You weird, bull. Like, but still.
If you're just tuning in, both of our fathers are named
We're named Michael, yeah, and our names are Michael.
And our both our names.
Yeah, so, but, you know, it was just weird to you know, he didn't hit on me like that, but yo, my mom whooped my ass more than my dad did, but guess what? The respect I got from my mom, and not even from just the ass whippings, it was just the love, bro. Even with the ass whippings, I knew that she was only doing it because I was drawing.
But she had to.
I was drawing, bro.
She had to.
Dog.
Now, I'm against the moms that give themselves a happy Father's Day, but shout out to the moms that step up.
Yeah.
And handle the responsibilities
because here's the deal, right?
Absent men don't.
Yeah, absent men don't do the shit, but that is not the right for you to get a happy Father's Day. You're not a father. You're a mom.
All right.
I'm just, look, that's a different story. That's a different thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's say we about to open up a whole different box.
I mean, I can have my mom call in and talk about that. My mom understands and she agrees with that because you're not a father, okay? You can't only teach a man. You can only teach a boy so much to be a man.
Do you do call-ins on the show?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, shit.
But ain't nobody calling in, so.
Damn, I wish I would have knew that shit. I would have had a call on that.
Yeah, nah, but you know,
that's dope.
Next episode we got some call-ins. I hope. But
I'm gonna call him.
But you know, it's but you know, the journey of co-parenting is just like the journey of anything in life, except it's more important because it's not just you. It ain't about you.
I'm about to say it's more so a sacrifice for of yourself,
fatherhood
to lead on, and live on.
Because parenthood, once that kid enters the world, yo, your life ain't your own.
Right.
Even when they're grown, your life
over.
ain't your own. Yo, it's your life is theirs now.
I remember my old Kevin told me, like, I bought some sneaks, and it's crazy because I ain't even had no kids. But I had bought some real nice sneaks, and I came to his crib. He big ass crib out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my aunt. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing ball. I got these nice ass sneaks on. I probably used my whole check on it. You know, back then, like $200 a check. Like, it was a big check. Bought these nice sneaks, and he looked at them, and he was like, yeah, once you had kids, say goodbye to those.
That shit did.
Right.
Shout out to PayPal for paying for it, bro. Cause
say goodbye for those, because these kids' feet, bro, like the bread that you got to put up, it's like, all right, I can still have me, but I'm gonna make sure y'all cool.
Right.
Y'all gonna be better than me before I can even do for myself. I shop at Walmart before you out here looking crazy.
Yo, look, listen.
You know?
Shout out to you know what I mean, stores like Old Navy, you know what I'm saying?
Old Navy the GOAT.
And Amazon, cause that's the move for.
I ain't shouting on Amazon.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I hear you. And that's another.
I shop at Amazon every day, but I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
Cut me a check.
That's real rap. Like that's where I get. That's where I get Mama.
Too much bread there.
That's where I get Mama Bear sneakers from, man.
Yeah.
It's easier to find kids sneakers on Amazon than it is to find adults. But, you know, being a father, we don't get, and I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I'm not looking for an award. I'm not looking for none of that shit. All I'm looking for is for you to recognize that the job of being a father is just as hard as being the job for a mother, because you have to run into these incidences where you deal with disgruntled co-parents.
Facts.
And when you're a father and you're doing what you're supposed to do, you might as well be in the same boat as a single mom who the dad not even around.
Facts.
Because there's a stigma placed on us. There's a stigma placed on a dad who isn't.
That's period.
Yeah.
That's period. It's already an uphill battle, even if we want equal rights to you.
Right.
So
you know
keep
what I'm
that
saying?
in mind.
And just to touch on the equal rights thing, we ain't talking about overall men and women. We talking about fathers and mothers.
We talking about kids.
Yeah, we talking about kids here, because we already know women don't get the same rights men do. So we not even gonna get into that. So save the bullshit and don't type no comments in my box talking bullshit.
Well, we'll just say it's a lot less to prove for a woman to get custody than it is for a man. For a man to get custody, you got to prove that she's unfit. Number one, and that's. I mean, and that's the man. I mean, that's about tough. That's as real as it get. Like, you know, we gotta prove that you're unfit, and it's gonna be hard as fuck to do that. Like, you're gonna have to be on meth, and the house gonna have to have roaches and shit. Yo, every show. That's crazy, because every show or movie where the dad gets custody is always some crazy twisted shit to how he was able to get custody. Like, that should let y'all know.
Yeah, but the thing is, yo, all the mom gotta do to get custody is have evidence that the dad is angry.
Not even. She just needs evidence that the child's been with her for 6 months.
That shit, yo.
Yeah.
Because a man can be like, yeah, I had my daughter for like 8 months. I want full custody.
Hell no.
They're gonna look at you like, and what else?
Let me see the receipts and let's see her drug test.
Yo, because the mom could be living in a box, and I mean literally living in a box.
We need her drug test and your receipts, sir.
Right? Yeah, they not with
even
that
though
shit.
She's been with you. Let's see your receipts to her.
And I mean, look, and I already know people gonna be like, well, what about this case and what about that case? Okay, and like,
right.
The fuck? Like, what about this case? What about that case? What about the case where a black man got pulled over and he wasn't scared to death when he got pulled over? I wish I'd
like to be here for that.
I wish I had a button for crickets, because I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm.
What about the time where you driving on the highway and you drive past a cop and you instinctively look in your rear view?
Yeah. You automatically nervous. Yeah, but that's not everybody. But it's the same concept.
Same kind of concept. Like, point in case being is like being a father.
Yo, bro, you just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because he not lying, right? I got 2 mothers' children's. I got 3 children's mothers, however you want to put it. I'm with the 3rd. So when I'm texting the other 2, preferably the first one, Hezekiah's mom. No, shout out to her. She's a great mom. But I'm on pins and needles. Pins and needles at all times.
The pins and the needles,
I gotta watch
bro.
what I say. You feel me? I gotta watch what I text. Bro, I looked through my phone the other day and I had a phone number saved and that phone said Hezekiah's phone, parentheses, evidence. That's how crazy minded us as dads gotta think.
You gotta be crafty
because I had text messages showing payments and money that I've sent and things that I've bought and stuff like that. And I like you literally have to have evidence.
Yeah, why as a father do you and you can be and here's the thing, here's the crazy part. You could be with the mother of the child and still have that in the back of your mind. Like, I got to be on my P's and Q's because at any given moment, we don't need to be together and she taking the kid. Like, that's mind-boggling, yo. I'm woman, yo. Yeah. And, I mean, please type in the comments. Also, subscribe. But also, type in the comments if I'm wrong. A woman don't think like that when they have that kid. Nope. They don't think, one day this shit can end and I gotta be on my P's and Q's.
I don't believe that there's one female that has ever thought like that.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
When it comes to just losing your child.
Right. It's crazy we gotta think like that. And what's more is fathers who actually give a shit, whose dads were non-existent. You know that my dad wasn't there, or you know that the dad wasn't there for the daughter, or whatever the case may be. You knew this, right? And you know that father loves that child and is doing everything that they possibly can. And you still gonna give him a hard way to go. Always. And here's the thing, right? Sometimes it don't even be because you feel like you do more for the child. Yeah. It's usually you mad at the dad for some reason. Mm-hmm. And I gotta be
past things.
I gotta be honest, yo.
Past shit.
I gotta be honest. Was the dick really that good that you about to be that spiteful?
Yes.
Like, is it really that?
It gotta be.
Was it really that mind shattering?
It gotta be. Nah, but it's crazy because I know, in like Bernie Mac said, a long time ago, baby, a long time ago. In my endeavors, I've always met people with like ain't shit dads, deadbeat dads, until I was on the other side of the fence and me loving my son was considered to the new guy an ain't shit dad. And then I was like, oh shit. Like, oh shit. Like, is this really how it be? Like, so is every dude is just an ain't shit dad until like they actually get to know the boy and then I'm able to speak my piece. But granted, there are ain't shit dads. But just the fact that get thrown around so much just so you can give up the box. Right. Just so you feel like the box is yours. Oh yeah, right. This nigga ain't do shit. Like,
right.
Like what?
Is coitus really worth that much? Like, the energy you put into disliking your baby mom or baby dad, that's energy that you could be instilling into your child to be a better person.
Mario ain't gonna save Peach forever. I'll tell you that for sure.
Or Daisy. Or Daisy. Or what's the other one? It's Daisy, Peach, and Paulina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mario 3?
Yeah. Paulina, bro.
Mario 3. Shout out to Mario.
Yeah, like this is, I mean, like it's just in the and you know what I mean? We drawing because I definitely got some notes, but
oh shit, my bad, bro.
Nah, you good, but
yeah,
like, it's a couple. It's just a couple phrases. It isn't really.
Let's get them.
It's you got malicious parent syndrome.
Oh shit.
Bad co-parenting, narcissistic parent syndrome, and toxic masculinity and toxic femininity.
Okay.
Like I mean, the names speak for themselves. Malicious parent syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
You got a parent that's just out there being malicious. You just stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Because you want to make things rough. You want to make the other parent look bad. Bad co-parenting speaks for itself. Like, you're not doing your part. Yeah. And I'm not talking about financially because it ain't all finances. It's loving the child and bringing them up in the world and getting them ready for the next steps in their lives. Okay. Then you got the narcissistic parent syndrome. This shit here, I've seen this with homies and everything else. Yo, the narcissistic Homegirls too, yo. The narcissistic parent syndrome. You got this parent who just thinks it's all about them, and they blame everybody else, or the dad, or the mom, or the grandmom, or the cousin,
Anybody but them.
Anybody but them, bro. Then you got that toxic masculinity. We already know what that shit is, and that shit is trash, bro. Like,
fact though.
If you taking a bath in toxic masculinity, like, maybe you should just walk off the Walt Whitman. Don't die, but I mean, like, just go ahead and take a nice swim in the Schuylkill, like.
With your mouth open.
Right, real shit. Like, you might, real right, real rap. And then toxic femininity is the same way, and we don't even hear that word.
Why would you?
But that shit right there, that's bad too. Like, that shit with parenting, co-parenting, that's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. And it's not a good look in terms of the other parent. That's not a good look for your child. Because if you stand like that, if you're narcissistic, eventually when the other parent stops paying you attention, the only person that's there is the child. And God forbid if that child looks like the other parent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Or acts like the other parent. Woo, we got a precious situation.
Bro, that's what that should be. And that's what it's surrounded by. At the end of the day, who are you really hurting? Okay, you're hurting me, right? But who are you really hurting?
You really hurting the kid.
You know, because who's gonna have social issues?
Right, because the kid can't make you. The kid can't make you pay.
Who's gonna have attachment issues?
Yeah, the kid. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the kid. The kid ain't gonna make you pay for doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you do too much with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
But that kid's gonna be fucked up, man.
Yeah, and that's another can of worms. You really
even
don't.
A child with the best step parent is going to be fucked up at some level because their biological parent was not there.
Isn't there, yo?
Was either forced to not be there, or that person just decided not to be there. Either or.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually,
facts.
Your child needs you there on all those fronts. You can't be there for one and not be there for the other.
Regardless if he or she got a stepdad, he or she got a stepmom, you got to be in your parent. I mean, you got to be in your child life.
Right.
Regardless.
All the way. Like I can
there.
say, you know, personally, and this ain't me jabbing at my daughter's mother because I'm not.
We ain't taking no jabs. I love y'all.
Yeah. I'll say this much. I didn't have bread or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. You've been on the phone with me during some of my excursions, bro. I've been on Peter Pan buses, Greyhound buses. I got the emails and the receipts. Just to go down, just to take like a 4-hour, 5-hour bus.
You was grabbing the rentals, man.
Yeah, yo. When the L's
out there heavy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like being on the bus for 5 hours, or even taking the Amtrak just to go down to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Just to go.
Yo, you used to be down. Yo, it used to take this man all day.
Just
to get his daughter.
And just to have her for a day and a half.
Just to have her for a day with the turnaround. Like, I applaud you for that, bro.
Because all I wanted my daughter to know was that daddy loves you and daddy's going to do whatever it. Yo, they shut down part of I-95 South. I was on the bus for 9 hours.
I remember that day. You was hot.
I was hot, but guess what?
You was hot, bro.
And you know what I mean? And my daughter's mom was a little not understanding, and she was a little pissed that I was late, but I mean, I get it. And
man, fuck that.
And I understand it. I mean, I understand that people have a short fuse for a lot of things, and I get it.
But you can't have no short fuse for co-parenting. Things happen. If you see I'm making an effort, appreciate my effort.
And I get that. I mean, and I do.
And I have to learn to appreciate your effort, because there's some things for me that aren't good enough. Like and I feel like there's just excuses being made, but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, well,
if my shit's messed up, I know your shit's messed up too.
Like so, if I think you trying to, okay,
yeah, so
like, okay,
you know what I mean? Like that's just an example, yo. Right. I used to, and the thing is, sometimes I used to go to Baltimore and walk from the bus station to the light rail, and then walk half a mile or a quarter of a mile just to go and get her.
Lord.
So we can get on the light rail, go back to the station, wait for 2 hours to get on the bus to get home at like 11:30 at night, get up, spend Saturday together, and we're already dog tired, so we getting up at like 10. Then we'll go downtown or whatever, we'll eat breakfast, and we'll spend time with each other, and then get on the bus the next day just to go home. And, for me, she'd be upset, but me, I'd be torn to pieces, bro. Like, I thank God that, everything with my license got back, right? Because,
Sure.
and here's the thing, where her mom used to get upset, her mom used to work with me. I'd be like, yo, can I come and get her on like Thursday? I'll grab the rental and just come get her on Thursday. Yeah. And then I could return her like Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. When you have a co-parent, even if the co-parent can sometimes be a dick, it happens. But when it's all about the child, that's the most important part.
It's all about the child.
So when you're a father, yo, and you're really putting forth the effort, I'm going to say this. Keep doing what you're doing, yo, because granted,
For sure.
take the high road as long as you can, and trust me, speaking from
Take
personal
them licks,
experience,
man. For
yeah,
sure.
because it's
Take them
going,
licks.
yo, you gonna get to the point where you are ramming, and
Right.
everybody's around you like, yo, calm down. You like, nah, fuck that, because I'm doing everything I can. How long?
I was ready to earth. Like, I was about to catch a body out here, bro.
Yo, like you
For
like,
real.
how long can I take the high road before the high road
Straight
runs
up.
out?
Straight up.
But guess what? I'm gonna tell you, yo, like, I'm a living example. Continue to take the high road, because if that other parent is having an off day, they're not going to be off forever. They're not going to be an asshole forever.
Right.
But the trauma that's dealt from having two parents that can't agree, or having two parents that are always pissed off, the child is empathetic naturally, so they pick that up. Stay on your high road, not your high horse, the high road, because people get it fucked up. They'll be doing what they think is the best, and then get on their high horse and start treating the other parent like shit. That's how you trap yourself. Oh yeah, I'm involved with my child. I think I'm doing enough. I'm gonna be petty.
That's projection too.
Yeah, yo, that right there, that'll get you trapped, niggas. That'll get you trapped. Thinking you doing the best you can, and you may be doing the best. You may be doing good, but you ain't.
But things can change
Things,
very quickly.
Yeah, things will switch real quick, and you being petty as shit when you up. The next minute you down, she gonna remember that you petty.
Right.
And she ain't gonna bend at all. So stay on your high road, and you'll benefit. The other parent will benefit, and the most important person in this equation will benefit. And that's that's the baby.
Mm-hmm. The child will blossom.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, usually I got a whole bunch of facts, but I mean, listen, we talking about fatherhood. Who better to speak facts than two people who are fathers and are co-parenting?
Yeah.
You don't need statistics. You got them right here.
Living proof, baby.
Yeah, real shit, baby. But, just stay steadfast into anybody that may have their children watching this. Your parents love you. Both of them.
A lot of foul language.
Yeah, but I'm just dog. People listen to Cardi B and all types of shit with their kids in the car.
I don't.
Well, yeah, my baby. Yo, Cardi B, come on, my daughter. I don't even listen to the radio.
I listen to Kids Bop.
I don't listen to Kids Bop.
I got Kids Bop.
I don't got Kids Bop. I got
Kids
anime.
Bop, classical. We listen to Scores.
Oh yeah, no.
The Disney John.
Andrea knows
There's a Disney John.
Yo, Andrea knows who Antonio Vivaldi is. That's my guy.
Bro?
Yeah.
She see the movie?
About Antonio Vivaldi?
Yeah, I'm a Des, John.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, she ain't at the
They
age
gotta
yet.
be on deck.
She ain't on deck. She ain't
Highly
on.
recommend that.
Yeah, she ain't at the age yet. But my daughter, your parents love you. And even though they may not agree on things, your parents, that one thing they do agree on is that they love you and they want you to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And parents, I want y'all to remember that. It ain't about y'all. It's about the parents.
You have an obligation to your children.
Yeah.
After you bust that nut.
Right. Right.
You have an obligation to make them the best that they can be.
Right. You want them to be better than you.
Till you die.
Yep.
Because it don't end at 18.
Right.
Guys.
Right.
For those that are kicking their children out at 18 and letting their children get emancipated at 16,
you're drawing when you do that.
I still need advice. I'm still going to need advice.
Right. I'm 33 years old, yo.
Facts.
And my mom will tell you right now, yo, she's always in my ear about something.
Right.
And I take it. I take it for what it is. But when it's about the child, you don't really focus on the disgruntled parent. You focus on what you've been doing for the child. And I mean, it's hard as shit. And, sometimes you really want to go fist whip somebody. But it's not what's worth it is seeing that child look at you and smile, or hugging you harder than anybody's ever hugged you, in such a little body, such a strong hug.
So much love too.
So much love.
So much love.
It's worth it, yo. A parent being an asshole or a piece of shit, that love from the child is it makes it worth it, because they love you.
Yeah.
They love you. They don't love
Enjoy
the money.
while you can,
yeah,
man.
because at one point they're gonna stop.
Right.
They're gonna stop wanting you to call them by their nicknames. Andrea told me one time. I said, so, eventually you're gonna want daddy to stop saying daddy's baby. No, I'm not. Don't stop, because I'm gonna miss it.
For now.
Yeah, like, she stands on her word, and it may be around for another like 3 years, but at a certain point,
man, I tell Lyric every day, like, yo, I wish you could just stay like this.
Yeah, I'm always gonna
Forever.
see Andrea as a 3-year-old, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
I wish
God,
you could. I wish you could just stay like
precious
this
at
forever.
3, bro.
Like,
Andrea at 3 years old was.
I'm like the greatest thing of all time.
Yeah,
and she's super jealous of like, nobody can touch her.
Yo, you want to hear a story?
Not even her mom. Like, nobody can touch
when
her.
I used to FaceTime Shauna, when I lived in Maryland, when I used to FaceTime Shauna on my little brother's iPad, I was FaceTiming Shauna one time, and Andrea like got up from a nap and saw me talking to her. She laid across my face.
Yeah.
She laid her whole body across my face. You talk to her and you don't love me. I said, sweet pea. Nah. What I did to her, I pulled her to the side. I said, be real. Stop.
Right.
Daddy, you already know Daddy loves you to the ends of the earth, and you'll do anything to anybody for me. See, so stop playing.
Right. I tell her straight up, like, you like.
Yeah, you Daddy's world. Like, there ain't no.
I hate to say favorite child.
See, I don't have that problem.
Yeah, you don't have that. I mean, the boys know, like, it's just a different love. Like, there's a different type of love. Like, they love me like a best friend. Like, no, like, you're
her superhero.
Yeah, like, she really adored me.
And I tell Andrea, she my superhero. Like,
right.
Mama Bear Lightning Bolt, yo. She came up with that name, bro.
That is one of the best names ever.
She's, but it's and it's crazy because she's ready to be a big sister. And Shauna had a question. She was like, so what happens when we do have another child?
Oh, I thought this was an announcement.
No. She was like,
this was an announcement. I'm like, oh shit.
She was like, what happens when we have another child? Like, are you gonna love them with the intensity that you love Andrea? I looked at her, I said, so you telling me I get to do this again?
Right.
I get to be a dad? Like a brand new
He's
dad?
a nut.
Again? I get to do what I did with Andrea all over again? I was like, you damn right.
Yeah.
You damn right. I'm going to love that child with the intensity that I love Andrea. I'm not going to love the other child less than I love
I would
Andrea.
be very interested if anybody could top Lyric. I would. Like,
you know what's crazy?
Another boy, probably, because this would be like my first like super intimate relationship with having a son. So it would be different. But I don't know. Another girl, Lyric would probably go. She'd probably go to jail. She'd go to jail as jealous as she'd be.
But you know what's crazy?
She'd probably go to jail for real.
You know what's crazy? You'd be surprised.
Are you trying to talk me into having another child?
No. What I'm saying is
because I'm interested now.
Yo, because Andrea was a very jealous.
She wants a sister.
Doesn't matter to her because she's had experience with Shauna's nephew being 3 and her god sister Ella being 3. She's dealt with both ends of the spectrum, so it doesn't matter to her. But when it's somebody else, she's jealous. But if it's a sibling and they're always around, Andrea was always super jealous. So much so that my mom like gripped me up, and Andrea was like 1 or 2. She went at her with hands open. Went at my mom, hands open.
Right.
And my mom popped her. She was like, that's my son. And she wasn't screaming and crying because she was hurt. She was screaming and crying because she was pissed.
Right.
My mom's grabbing me. This is my son.
Yeah, that lyric with a snap.
Andrea was like,
Yeah, lyric don't like that.
Yeah,
like,
she don't like that. She didn't like that. But
she don't like me and Dez kissing or nothing.
Yeah, as time went on, Andrea, as lyric gets older, that'll change. Because
how many children you have?
Honestly, I think Shauna and I are probably gonna have twins. But yeah, in my heart of hearts, I feel like we're gonna end up having twins. But I mean, we may have.
That's
one.
what I feel like.
I mean, we may.
I don't want no 6 kids.
We may have.
I really don't.
We may have one. We may have twins, but I mean, if we don't, we'll probably just have one. But you know,
I'm cool with 4, man. My 3 biological and care. I'm
it's
cool.
it's you know, but the getting back to the point, you know, the journey of co-parenting as a father, it's an interesting one, and you know, if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a dad, stay with it, man. Stay with it because it's really worth it, yo. Because not only does co-parenting with you and the other parent get better, but like the child starts doing better, and your life, believe it or not, gets so much better when you coexist with the co-parent and things are going great. Speaking
of coexisting, just one little point. If you have to go to court, please let that be your last resort. Last resort. Have a conversation
first.
Just like you had a conversation before there was a child involved, have another conversation. If that don't work, have another one. If it don't work, go to a family member or a loved one.
Or a mediator.
That can be a mediator or a regular mediator and pay for one. Do a lot of things before you go to court because court's not pretty.
It's not.
At all.
I ain't never been there, but
never been.
I mean, as a parent, I never been there. As a child, I have.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
And it's a shit show.
Thank God.
It was, you know, being in the court as a child was one of the worst things ever because I ended up going with my dad.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They asked me who I wanted to go with. I said my dad. Worst fucking mistake ever. But however, it made me what I am right now.
I'm about to say it wasn't the worst decision ever. Like that was your dad.
But I was lonely as shit.
You was a kid. You was a son.
But I was also lonely as shit, dog. I missed my sister so much, and all the 3 of us, India and I were like this, dog. India was my baby, dog. Like when I came back, things were never the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, we just now getting back to being cool.
Now that's what happens when parents decide to co-parent. But, I mean, sometimes it's for the greater good, right?
I mean, when parents do decide to co-parent and one is an asshole, that's what happens. But when you co-parent properly, I used to worry about, like, how Andrea would feel being split between homes. And
that's the reason I said that, because Hezekiah now has a whole family in Atlanta and then a whole family in Delaware. So it's like, all right, well, we're co-parenting, but there's no way that he doesn't feel some type of way about not leaving his brothers and sisters.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, I couldn't imagine if Andrea was going through that right now.
I feel asshole-ish sometimes, but, you know, I still believe that I need the rest of his life.
Right.
To me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. And yeah, I get it. And I mean, you know, I know this time around, you know, this episode was it was more of a heart, you know, from the heart type of episode.
Yeah.
Still unapologetic, just not as brash. But, you know, it's something that needs to be spoken about because you never really hear from the father's standpoint where he's not bashing the mother of his child.
Yeah, no bashing, all love.
Yeah, all love here. You know what I mean? But the story, you got to hear the story. Like it isn't, you know, there's 2 sides to every story, but sometimes that other side people don't really want to pay attention to because the side that you're paying attention to seems glamorous. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the other side could be just as beautiful if you gave it a chance. And being a father and having to have left my daughter 2 states away was hard as shit. Like, but it had to be done because I had to be the best father I could be. So, and that started with being the best me I could be. And, you know, it was rocky at first, but then things got better. And Andrea's thriving now. So stay on that path. If you're doing the right thing and you're taking the high road, stay there.
He got COVID.
ain't got no damn COVID.
Are we over the limit? What's going on? Are we good? Are we not good?
We closing. We
Rob,
closing
like,
right
get
now.
the fuck out. I be here way too much.
But yeah. Stay where you at if you're doing the right thing.
For sure.
Because it's going to pay off in the long run.
And if you're not doing the right thing, this is living proof.
Right now, get your shit together.
That you can get your shit together.
Right, it's never too late.
Never, at all.
Unless you're Michael Regan Sr. and, you pushing 62.
Or Michael Shaye.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you're pushing 62 and your son 33.
We petty.
I'm not petty. I'm not petty.
We petty as shit,
I'm not petty because if he ever does watch this episode, I don't want to see you face to face because I might punch you in your shit. So
you cannot beat your dad.
My dad got bad knees and a bad back. I'll beat him the fuck up. Fuck you talking about? That nigga gonna have to shoot me. Like, and you know what I mean? And I'm gonna still pick him up and hug him because
I don't think my pop wasn't no smoke. We was the same size at like 14. So I know he don't want no smoke now.
Like, I mean, granted, you my dad, so I'm not gonna like beat you to a bloody pulp, but I will punch you in your shit if I ever see you.
I'm about to say we could box one time.
Yeah, you have never.
We could box one time.
You mean you have never made it the concerted effort to meet your granddaughter?
Just took. Look, we got to sign off.
Yeah, we got to sign off because
you just took it right out of my mouth.
Because it's gonna get ugly.
That sounded crazy.
You know, but I mean,
that sounded crazy.
I mean, it's but just speaking for the fathers, not the grandfathers, but it's a journey, but just stick with that shit because looking at your child and them doing great, I cry every time I hear Andre gets on a roll. Like, so,
sure.
The hits you take, they're worth it because any hit you can take, that's a hit your child doesn't have to. That's for mothers and fathers. You know what I mean? I don't even know any. I mean, I may not know all the people that will watch this, but I love y'all because y'all love your children. And if you're doing the right thing, that's all that matters. So,
And if you're trying to have a child, go for it.
Right.
Best decision of your life.
Right. It is.
Best decision of your life.
Worst investment you can make is getting a car. Best decision you can make is having a kid.
Facts.
But with that being said, man, you know what I mean? Love your life fully and live your life full of love. This is your boy Mike. This is the Unapologetic Mic Check. Shouts out to my co-host, guest host, Michael Shaye.
Love y'all.
Shout out to Rob B. Give him a round of applause.
There you go, Robbie. Yeah.
Much love, y'all. And I'm signing off. Peace.